the years, I look at what other people do and I build upon it. And the first thing since the motif has been boxing, right? That's our foundation. Boxing, the sweet science, the gentlemanly art of self-defense. Now, again, you were taught the basic tools. You have a left jab, you have a straight right, you have a left hook, you have an uppercut. You also have an overhand right as well. Well, we're going to work those first basic four. But hey, guess what? They have to start somewhere. Come on, Mike. So I learned it from David German, and he was a Kenpo master, Jujutsu master. He taught both praise for he was in Wayne Newton. He was also a boxing trainer for the state of California. So when you see this, that tells you a whole lot of bad things. And he's got his left jab, he's got his straight right, he's got his left hook, he's got his uppercut. But he starts here. Cool. I ain't gonna let him get anywhere. The heck with that noise. A whole bunch of bad things if he does that and make him pay the price for it. I'm not gonna, what's the classic phrase? You don't box a boxer. Right? This is a fighting stance. This is a fighting stance. This is a fighting stance. I don't want to fight. That's a fighting stance. When you say that, you're adopting a fighting stance. Why? Because my hands are up. What did I show you earlier? Boxing trainer, I got a mitt, left jab, right? I'm holding hands up, right? But the moment he moves, I'm going to take my lead hand, I'm going to check inward. I'm going to take my rear hand, I'm going to check inward, I'm going to hit him backhand outward. So again, the hands are up. Again. Again. Now, the first thing people say to me is, hey, why do you block his backhand first? Simple. If I strike this hand, he goes to block it with that hand. Block it. I still got that. I'm luring him. I'm going, here's the hand, no thanks. Here it is again, no thanks. So, all I do is in, out. Again, in, out. We play patty cake. So, backhand, in, out. That's the front hand. Backhand, in, right? It blows your mind, doesn't it? First time you do it, it will mess with you. It will mess with your head. Now we're all going to do it. I learned from many years of teaching seminars, we're all going to do it together, and then we're going to pair up. Harvard University spent $3 million in 5 years to figure out that people learn better that way, and they keep it better that way. So watch. Backhand. Good. Backhand. Carry. Now that hand. 1, 2, 3. Remember the Tootsie Pop commercial with the owl. How many bites is that? How many licks does it take to get the Tootsie Pop? 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 is a power movement in our system of Kenpo. Professor Chow says if I hit the guy 3 times, he still hasn't dropped, I'm doing something wrong. So, alright, so let's all do this together. Put your left foot in the lead. Put your hands up. What do you tell the guy? I don't want to fight. Put your hands palm out. I don't want to fight. Please don't hurt me. I want to go home to my wife and your kids. No, did I say that? I want to go home to my dog, all right? So anyway, this is what we're going to do. Left, right, left. Again, left inward parry, right inward parry, pull your hand in toward your chest, and a left outward strike. Again. 1, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. 1, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. Say it. 1, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. 1, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. This is the audience participation part. So again, if I'm here, right, the hands up, fight. Thank you. Pow! I'm in. Pow! I'm in. Would I grab his ear, rip it, tear it, shoot, and choke him out from the side? Would I grab his eyes, stick my fingers in and grab his throat, rip him out? Of course I would. But I'm not doing it here today. Okay? All right, one time. 1, 2, 3.
Cha cha cha.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And now over the top. Out. Out. Because if you're not wearing your mask, your breath stinks. I'll move his head out of the way. A back fist is not just an offensive weapon, it's a defensive weapon. Why? I want to move his head out of the way so I can wave and hi to you. Same thing, and your hands move faster when they're open than closed. Get the idea?
Yes, sir.
Pair off with someone. You do it twice. No, we're going to go back to Mr. Dow. Now Terry was training, and at certain points he dropped his hands, right? Hey! What do I do if he drops his hands? Who wants to get hit? Okay, come on. I can take it. You are now a junior black belt. Apprentice black belt. At this point, you get the head champ. So now, right? So, and your name for everyone is? Oh, so I'm working with my. That's spelled. Oh. So Wi-Fi. Right? Okay, hands up. Right? Well, we know this, right? What if his hands are down? Welcome to being a black. I didn't hit him high. I hit him fast, but I hit him. Welcome. Oh, by the way, welcome to Kenpo. There you go. Me, you hit someone. You heard that? First time you ever hit someone in Kenpo, the first thing you say is, welcome to Kenpo. Welcome to Kenpo. So, now, in slow motion, right? He didn't put his hands up. He's like, yeah, okay, fine. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Anybody got a bob at this studio?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If you got a bob, practice on it. You got a radio punching bag, practice on it. Hit it. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. So, we took what was a defensive movement originally, right? Because when your hands were up, right? Now see, he switched his guards. So I'll switch mine. Backhand, front hand, backhand. So again, I hit his backhand in, I hit the front hand in, and I strike here. All right. When his hands are down, the technique is the same. 1, 2, 3. Forehand, backhand. And the beauty of this drill, you don't have to hurt someone to do the drill. All you got to do is reach out and Jujutsu. Right? Right? First time you woo, right? Again, tap, tap, tap. That's all. Tap, tap, tap. That's all. 2 times each. Everybody. Now again, does the drill change?
No, sir.
No. I like to quote those great masters of the martial arts, Led Zeppelin. The song remains the same, and the technique does too. It's the Sam Ting. Okay? That's the key. All right, thank you, sir. How his hands underneath. I'm patting that gallbladder. It's killing me this morning. Actually, I passed the stone. Good. So I straighten my backhand, so my hand comes here. So again, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. See how that hand's underneath? Why? I'll do that. I'll do that again in press. So 1, 2, 3. Grab your pole. Pow. Bruce Lee taught Ed Parker basic Wing Chun and became kind of Ed Parker freestyle techniques. And the first one was called B1A, and you're in a boxing stand. B1A. B1A. Then he did another one called B1AH. B1AH. Pop him right up under the chin with heel pop. If you ever want to watch it, Bruce Lee does it to Chuck Norris in the classic film Return of the Dragon. He shows no less than 4 of the basic Ed Parker Kenpo freestyle techniques that are based on Wing Chun in the fight choreography in that fight scene. And that's just from here. I can grab it, I can pull down, I can watch him at the bottom. But again, where do I start? I start here. That hand comes here. So that's the question. So that answers your question, does it?
Yes.
So 1, 2, my arms cross. Why? Because if I'm here, I can grab and hold my palms. Those of you Filipino martial arts, you might know it as huba. That's the idea. Alright, so now let's talk about the next part. We learned about boxing, right? We learned about a left jab, straight right, left hook, right. Well, in Ed Parker's American Kenpo, they addressed it with 4 basic techniques. Now, with the left punch, straight left punch, we have a basic technique called sword of destruction. It's 3 hits, 3 moves. Block, kick, chop. Very simple. So Mike's gonna execute that left jab, right? Now, again, we initially teach it this way. Why? Because you gotta start somewhere. So he shoots the left. Block out. You know, this isn't in the 8-point blocking system, but we got 923 techniques to get the step through right hand punch. Does a knife hand block? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
So the opposite of a closed fist is a open hand. Oh, let's finish. Relax. Let's finish. Let's give you a Kenpo law. Kenpo law. For every move, repeat. For every move. Theory. Concept. Principle. Or definition. There is an opposite. And a reverse. The
The opposite of right is left. The opposite of up is down. The opposite of inward is outward. The opposite of upward is downward. Congratulations, you're masters of Kenpo. The opposite of thrusting is
back
not
up.
thrusting. That's one for him. Okay. The opposite of thrusting, snapping. Right? You can stick a jab, or you can snap a jab. Right? Opposite. So once we start looking at our Kenpo, now we have a greater appreciation of that. So, if he shoots that straight left, oh, by the way, most important question. Who's not wearing a cup? Okay? Just tell your partner, we do Kenpo, the most brain obsessed system.
Weird, all the ladies get their hands down.
Interesting ways to hit someone across the day. I wear that to social gatherings and family reunions. Okay? I don't take chances. I've seen America's Funniest Home Videos. So, you wearing a cup. Go. So, he goes to shoot that jab. Whoa, pow, wham! Have a nice day. I block out. If I block out, I chop in. If I block in, I chop out. Basic Kenpo law. So, I'm just standing here saying, please don't hurt me. He goes, bud, terrible. I block, I kick him in the groin, I chop him in the side of the neck. Very simple. Okay? It's called sword of destruction. The reason why it is called that is because you drop your whole body weight into that. We call it marriage of gravity. I don't want to hit him with my 10-pound arm. I want to hit him with the entire weight of my body. I think that'll hurt him. How about that? Okay, thanks, sir. Okay, so let's try this out first. So this is us. This is our left jab there. So natural stance, I just step back with my left foot. Extended outward block with my right hand, kick him in the groin, and chop it. Real simple. Up. Called sword of destruction. Or we want to say that to remember it one time. Sword of destruction. Right. Ready, step back, block out, kick, chop in. Up. Step back, block out, kick, chop in. Up. One more time. Step back, block out, kick, chop in. Where's my other hand? Right here. You know why? Because he's got another hand. And if I move into the inside, he steps back and blocks out, step back, block out, bang, he might have to worry about this. That's why he kicks me, because when he kicks me, boom, my hands go there. At least they should. He didn't. He didn't kick him hard enough. Kick him harder, you know. And notice, where's my foot? It's in the air. When I drop my weight down, now you've got a technique that you learned from Professor Dwire, which is double blades. In Ed Parker's system, we call it 5 swords. The Tracys have 5 swords, 7 swords, 4 fists, all different variations of that same thing. So, let's say he's in his blocking stance, and he shoots over. I'm spinning. Now, hey, let's make it more interesting. Come on over, Mike! My back's to a wall. I can't step back. Environment dictates my actions. Uncle Bob and Aunt Mildred are at the family picnic behind me, and I can't walk into them or I'll lose my inheritance. So, but Uncle Teddy here, he's had a few drinks in him, thinks I smell funny, and he decides he's going to hit me with a roundhouse punch. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I stepped on his foot so he wouldn't go anywhere. We do it in Kenpo all the time. Actually, it's praying mantis kung fu. The founder of that learned it from monkeys. Stepping on the other monkey's foot so they can grab the banana. We're like, oh, that's a great idea. We're going to do that all the time. So now, in this case, back up. So, boxing, what doesn't he do? You're doing karate all the time. But what do boxers not do? What? Okay, that's an obvious one. Another one.
Twist.
Another twist, they torque, but what don't they do? Right, they don't cross over.
They don't cross over. Twist
and they don't step through. Boxers don't step through. Right? The famous movie Rocky, they're teaching Rocky's naturally a southpaw. They teach him to fight orthodox, and how we fight. He switches to mess with the guy. Right? To mess with Apollo Creed. So now, just so I don't want to step on that person's glasses. If he's not a boxer, and he's just a regular fighter, wants to step in, put all that power into that punch, step in with your right. Oh, that's going to be bad. See, you hit the check. All right, Elvis Presley, only room one. I step in, I don't walk to, Ed Parker didn't walk to somebody, he walked through somebody. So in Silat, that you learned earlier with Professor Duncan, same thing. So I block, I chop out, I heel palm, he turns his head, I give him a ruptured eardrum. If he looks toward me, I push his head up, boom, and I uppercut. Now I box against the boxer. By the way, the vertical back to knuckle, or back to knuckle, is one of the identifying marks of Kenpo. What defines a Kenpo technique? They use a back to knuckle or an uppercut, they're doing Kenpo. That's how you can know that technique is Kenpo. So, comes in, I step in, block with chop out, heel palm, uppercut. Why? Because you know what? I just hit him. I create reverse CPR. I compress his heart, I empty his lungs, and at this point, he's probably going to throw up. So the rest of the technique is move his head out of the way, let him puke, and chop him in the back of the neck and put him in it. You have no more mentioned puke joke from the black belt test, right? Yep. Oh, we ain't going to get that far. We're going to go from 3 to 4. So a person comes in, and 1, 2, 3, 4. It's great hand, I can poke his eye, hit him in the face, claw, rip it, tear it, shatter it, snap his neck. Do all these incredibly horrible things. Why? I do Kenpo. I'm having t-shirts made. Kenpo! How to rip, gouge, maim, and mutilate for fun and profit. Okay? We're the bad guys. We wear black. Don't believe me? Watch Cobra Kai. They won't say the law of the fist, but what would they say? What do we study? The way of the fist. You Kenpo. Alright, so, thanks, sir. Let's all do this together. It's all 5 quarters. So, I'm going to step in with my right foot. You can do double chop, a closed fist, open hand chop. Chop out. 2, heel palm or palm heel to the face. 3, forward bow, and then pivot back to neutral bow, uppercut. Look where my other hand is, right here. It's here, right on top of it. This is my depth gauge. So put your hand right there in that L, and you crook the elbow, right there. Why? Because later on, I'm rebounding on basketball. Boom! Blast me back. All right, step in, walk and jump out, palm heel, uppercut chest. Up. 5 swords, say it. 5 swords. Block jump, chop out, heel palm, uppercut, up. One more time, step in, block chop out, and anchor your elbows, not this, because I don't want to expose my rib cage. I anchor my elbow. Then I heel palm them, or palm heel to the face, depending on what martial art you study at Kenpo. And then uppercut, put it back to my neutral ball, basically. Everyone get the basic idea? Yes, sir. Square off. We'll play right. Now gets into his boxing stance, left lead. And left jab. Right. Left over. That's tight, baby. That's it, tight. A lot of early full contact early guys used to get knocked out by boxers' left hooks because they tried to do a traditional boxing block and it would be in so tight that when they did this, it'd get around them and clock them on the way down. So, what do? We stretch out the circle. So now, actually switch positions. So I'm standing here, he shoots that left hook toward my head. I'm going to do an extended outward one. I'm going to take this and go stretch. His power line is here. So if I move it out this way, I can neutralize that hook. I can stretch out, snap out, right? Like we say the anti-COVID technique. Anybody know the anti-COVID self-defense technique? Everybody laughs, right? Well, you gotta laugh at bears, I get what? It snaps it. In Mr. Parker's system, we have a technique called the scoop kick. We do that with a groin cup. We reach, we scoop underneath it, go, snap, oh! What we do with the mask, right? So again, he throws a punch, get back off the line. Hey! I think he's gonna punch again. I really do. If he punches, I can do an inward block. But if he doesn't, I'll break his nose. Oh, I did my 8-point blocking system. Number 1, number 2, I wanted to do a number 3, which is real scary if you can do that in the bathroom, but we don't have room. But anyway, I do my inward block, and now my inward block becomes an offensive, inward, downward, diagonal, raking hammer fist. I hit with my hammer fist, I take the ridges of my knuckle, like a hacksaw blade. And then, how many people here know combination 2? Inward block, boom! Outward elbow, and right? So this is called shielding hammer. So we put this together. Throw the hook, stretch it out, I hammer in, boom, my elbow out. Again, reverse the hook, stretch it out, wham! Hammer in, boom, elbow out. I do Kenpo. Where do I go from here? Whack! Right to the groin. Right? I rolling cross hammer fist to the groin. You have it as an inverted hammer fist. But can I not? This is the button. This is the lever. This is the button. This is the lever. Elbows and knees, buttons and levers. That's the key. So this is called shielding hammer. And the second movement I wanted to block, really I wanted to block, but he started to turn with his other hand, and I went with my inward block, and I hit him across the nose. Oops. Up, straight up. So the technique's called shielding hammer. Repeat.
Shielding hammer.
Because I'm shielding with my hammer. Right? So face this way, we all do it in the air first. So step back with your left foot, right fighting stance, left extended outward block, 1. Inward block 2, which actually is straight across his nose. Make sure your hand is high, because right from here, I'm going to elbow out. Now, can I pivot? Can I shuffle? The answer is yes. When do you shuffle in Kenpo?
Close the distance?
When you have to. When you have to, right? If he's too far away, I shuffle in. That's the key. So again, ready? Shielding hammer.
Shielding hammer.
1, block out. 2, hammer in. 3, elbow out. Shuffle with it. Take it, baby, gorgeous. Up. Ready, step back. Block out. Hammer in. Elbow out with a shuffle. And if you want to, put your other hand up in a claw. Why? Because when I elbow the guy, boom, his head comes forward. Every block is a strike, every strike is a block. If you're watching classic film with perfect weapon, you say, what the heck do I mean by that? Well, my hand here in a defensive action, if his face falls into it, it becomes a strike. So every block is a strike, and that's what this technique teaches you, right? I step back and block. I think I'm going to block. He moves in, that becomes a strike. Oops. Now shuffle elbow. Boom. Put that claw high. So if your elbow's low, your claw's high. Get the idea?
Yes.
Remember, it's an outward elbow. We call it a dipping elbow. Draw the letter L. Down and out. Down and out. Down. We used to teach this in Karazimpo Goshin Jujutsu. It was so dangerous, we took it out and changed it. Originally, you do 2 combination. It's block, punch, drop. I hit one of my students so hard with it, just demonstrating it. He called me up 2 days later. He said, what's the matter? I've been in the hospital. What do you mean? I had a heart attack from the elbow. What? Yeah, in the x-ray, you can actually see the dent where your elbow hit me. I moved 6 inches away to hit him with that elbow. So it's amazing what you can do with it. Dipping elbow. Okay, pair off, try it. Don't put a divot in anybody. Thank you. So again, I want my feet bang. 1, 2, 3. It's called raining claws. So from back in that step, I'm going to drop my forearm right there. Nice soft tendon area right there. So spit. That's why in certain Kenpo systems, a downward block is a diagonal. Why? Because I'm not blocking, I'm hammering him. I'm hammering. So hammer down, claw in the face. You're crossing over the top and down. Right? What's the path of motion here? Circular. What's the direction? Downward. So, circular down, open hand, linear up, closed fist. Opposite the reverses, right? So I step back, I block down, I claw his face. The minute this hand leaves, this is the launching pad. This is the rocket. The minute this hand leaves his face, I hit it. We call this object obscurity. Your name, sir? Jesse. So I'm working with Jesse. Jesse, how many fingers do I have left? 2. How many fingers do I have left? Right, because it closes his eyes with the claw. We call this in Kenpo object obscurity. I am obscuring my opponent's vision by putting an object in their face. In this case, my fingers, a claw. So again, we're here, we're fighting. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's that fast. It's also taught in a Chinese martial art called Xini.
Yeah.
5-element fists. I teach it as one of the foundation 5-element techniques. So again, here, hurt me 1, 2, 3. We have another technique called alternating maces, which also does this. If you punch and strike, you have more one from that. There you go. So all you do is step back, block down, claw down, back knuckle up. Step back, block, and this is a downward horizontal forearm. Straight across the horizon. Circular, left, open hand down, linear, right, closed fist up. See the category completion? See the opposites?
Yes, sir.
All right, face this way, please. Guess what? I don't want to fight. Raining claw. Repeat.
Raining claw.
The claw rains down. Rain comes high to low. So step back, block, horizontal. 2, claw down with your left. Back to knuckle with your right. And have the other hand right to check. Why? You've got 2 hands. I have to worry about another arm fight, baby hand. All right, raining claw, here we go. Step back. 1, claw down. 2, claw down. 3, back to knuckle up. Up. Step back. Claw down. Claw down. Back knuckle up. Up. Step back. 1, claw 2, back knuckle 3. Hey! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I go right into combination 2 off that?
Sir.
Wow, yeah, I can. Why? In Kenpo, we call this position recognition. I recognize a particular position from one of my other techniques, and I have a whole sequence of actions. I always refer to it like the Terminator battle computer. You know, you see his point of view, you see all that stuff scrolling down on the right side? That's his battle computer. Remember, he picks out one, at one point he picks a particular decorative phrase to say to somebody. But it's all that stuff scrolling. That's what's in our head. So the minute if I do 2 combinations, hey, that's the end of, hey, could I go into raining claw right off the end in the middle of 2 combinations? Yeah, I could. Hey, that's pretty cool too. Because he shoots 1 foot. What if the thing comes in with an uppercut? I got an answer. And I can go right back to combination 2.
This.
Try that. Girl. I got an answer. Shoot it right on. I got an answer. He shoots a left hook. I got an answer on the way in or out. He shoots an uppercut. I got an answer. Being nice, I shouldn't have lost it. All right, again, uppercut. Bang! Bang! I can catch him up on the nose. I catch him up under the nose. I can catch him on the forehead. These 2 light little marks right there. So, what's the fun part? B-man. It's grafting. So, he shoots a left, shoots a straight left.
Wasn't sure if I was in your way.
I start to do this, and I kick him, then he shoots a right. Oh shoot, that sucks. But then he shoots a left uppercut. Oh, I got this too. I can graft from any given point once I recognize those positions. He shoots a straight left, right? Hey, I could go into shielding hammer, but in the middle of that, suddenly, he shoots a right roundhouse. I can go right into 2 combination, claw his face. Hey, you know what? I can claw his arm or I can claw his leg. Oh, let's show you the fun part. Remember the shoulder lock?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, come on.